Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm
Picture this, I'm a bag of dicks, put me to your lips.
And I'm...
I am sick, I will punch a baby bear in his shit.
we're watching.
What music did I put? This is now my biggest problem about Invincible reactions. What fucking music do I put on our names?
We literally did this
Because
to
it's
ourselves.
literally it's just gonna be random. It's gonna be like a song that's currently on my playlist. Which could be like fun. I could use this time to like show you some songs.
Yes, and I did Gilmore Girls intro. You know what I mean?
Well, that's on you.
Maybe the next time I'm gonna do an intro of a TV show that I really love as well, you know?
I think that's great.
Like,
no Severance. All the...
the last episode
God,
was
so
fucking
good.
phenomenal.
So good.
And all the comments are how the whole season is very fun.
I'm so excited about that.
Good, and how they liked it and enjoyed it.
It makes me so excited about everything.
Too,
because last episode we talked about it. But like was my top 3 of the show. It was so good. And it was like the second episode. You know what I mean?
How do you make those decisions?
Well, like it's not that difficult for me. I think I'm the normal one here.
You think so?
I'm just gonna say something.
I would not be able to say something like that, especially because
God, I was watching yesterday
I don't remember
last
that
night.
much like the previous seasons like perfectly, or like this episode
Yeah.
was my favorite, you know.
Exactly.
I don't know what's gonna happen now in this episode. Are we gonna see Nolan is my question.
Maybe.
Or is it gonna be a little romance in this episode?
Oh my
because
God.
the last episode ends with a kiss. So this one we should have date or more kisses or things like that. I love that.
That would be not well considering he's not working.
Yeah, I expect this
for
in this episode.
Yes, but
The beginning of the
yeah,
episode.
like he's not now working for the organization, whatever. Like he doesn't want to work with Cecil, you know. So like he's out, but also like what are we gonna do about Viltrumite? I think like what are we gonna do about them? Because at this point, the only thing that I'm betting on is like Nolan and Alan.
Yeah.
What is everyone else betting on? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think it's
You know.
in one of the next episodes that's gonna start being the storyline. Maybe even by the end of this one or the next one. Or
I don't know.
like
So
that.
like it can be like we can either follow Nolan and Alan, or we can be on Earth.
I mean,
or both. I don't know.
both. Again, I do expect the beginning to be with about Mark and his girlfriend.
I think they're always like I think they do a good balance of like being, you know, him being a teenager.
Yeah.
With the
I mean,
girlfriend.
that was always my favorite part.
Yes, and so like I think they do a
The
good job of
balance, yeah,
balancing this
definitely,
out. So like I'm sure we're
definitely.
gonna see something.
Definitely.
And you know what else is there to happen? I don't know, but I'm very excited.
Let's play the episode.
Yes. The title can tell us a lot about what this episode is about.
You want real costume.
Right.
Right.
Baby Mark, Mark's brother,
Baby Mark.
who is like, let's kill them. We do not kill people here. I understand that he's like not even a year old technically, but you know, I think we need to be careful about how we raise the boy.
Yeah, definitely. But I think it's gonna be a good story.
I'm gonna love it. But I know the song. What is the song? And why is it playing while this is all happening?
Yeah. Seems like a peaceful.
Yo, as long as they're not killing people.
He does not enjoy people being scared.
Oh, see? This is an interesting storyline.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna hide in the garbage.
Don't move, he's gonna kill you. But like, see, if he kills them. I just know it's gonna end badly. I hate it. What is happening? Like, is someone gonna recognize them? And is it a kid? Is it the kid? No. So sue people for wanting to rob a bank.
He wanted to stop him. I was about to say, just take some and run.
Just why do not cover your face? Why did it turn red? I don't like this at all.
And Mark is not gonna kill him. He's gonna put him probably in prison or something.
I mean, yeah, but I just never know how things can escalate.
Yeah, things can escalate. Huh.
What are you doing here? You promised you wouldn't use your powers without me. You could have gotten hurt.
I just wanted to see you beating up bad guys. But they were gonna pour lava in your face, so I had to help.
What an interesting way to like use the things that happen in the background, like without any sound. But like they're just true for most of the people in the world.
Yeah.
We're just not following them.
And what have I said about flying in the house?
He's so young, Mark. Yeah, but he's tough. You should have seen him today.
I just want him to have a normal childhood.
I'm with her.
Or as normal as we can give him.
I promise.
Yeah, I think it needs
We'll
to
let
be
him get
some
hurt.
balance,
Won't
something.
let him hurt anyone else.
Eve? Oh my god, I thought that was you.
Amber! I'll see you in class next week.
Oops.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no.
I forget that all like their college, like it's a university,
Yeah.
so
I didn't
all
know you
different
enrolled.
Just part-time, but
subject.
yeah, I'm taking some architecture and engineering classes. It's not all tights and fists.
God, she's gonna ask, well, how's Mark? And it's gonna get awkward.
Are you busy? Do you want to grab coffee and like catch up for real?
Maybe not.
And, speaking of Mark,
Just say it.
I should probably tell you
Just say
something.
it.
You two are dating. It's okay, William told me. I'm happy for you both.
Okay.
I didn't want it to mess up anything between us.
I mean,
Love girls.
I'm glad
Love
it happened
girlhood.
the next day, but honestly, I always wondered if you two would get together after we broke up.
I have to be honest, it feels good. It's exciting, but also comfortable. Do you know what I mean?
I do. In fact.
Do you have someone?
Wait,
There's this guy, Kyle, and
go on.
Cute. So happy.
This is a perfect happy ending.
It's not buried under a mountain, and it doesn't have a pool, but it's ours.
He's so cute.
Technically, the deed is in my
We're
name.
gonna make a mint when we finally sell it, but for now, it's good to be home, baby.
But like, what is their like if they're not working for Cecil? You know what I mean? Like you cannot just like start enacting law. How do you do it? Like what is their jurisdiction? You know what I mean?
Wow, this is embarrassing.
When my parents discovered I had powers, they went all in on it. Suddenly, instead of soccer in the backyard, I'm learning chokeholds and bomb defusals.
At least you had parents. Mine sold me to the government for the price of a steak dinner. So, I got scientists instead. Same ones who cut me open and grafted shit up and down my nervous system.
I'm sorry. That must have been hard.
It's better than being a nobody, huh?
Man,
I
I would have
adore
killed for a
him.
place like this when I was a teenager.
This is the first time I've actually been here.
He's right. We definitely need a new name.
Rex and Explosions. Rex and his exes. Rexplode and a bunch of other people whose names you don't really need to know.
Amanda, wait. That's a pet project of mine.
What's in it?
But
Sorry. It's,
I never know what
not ready to
Robot
be
is up
shared
to.
yet.
Huh.
Eve.
So much for my spare apartment in the city.
Oh, you're welcome to stay, Eve. There's enough room for all of us.
Moving back in with my folks.
Seriously? Why?
Because they're my parents, and I need to fix things between us.
You want to be closer to Mark, right?
I thought you weren't such a jerk anymore.
Baby steps, Eve. Baby steps.
I know you do things your own way, but even Machine Head bent a knee to the order. They got the whole world split up between them. Just make them happy, and they'll leave us alone.
Or what?
Or they replace you with the next guy, their guy, and he does it. And you, me, and your family are all 6 feet under.
Are you training or just flying around the city?
What are you gonna teach me how to fight? I'm practicing stuff I saw on the internet.
Whoa, okay? One thing at a time.
The most important thing for any like up and coming superhero to learn is like morals.
Yeah,
like I'm just like thinking how we're gonna learn this.
Awesome. Get ready, because Kid Omni-Man is here!
Kid Omni-Man.
Oh, jeez. He told me the O was for Oliver.
Can you give us a minute?
Let's work on a different type of name. Like he knows his father differently. I mean, he doesn't really know him.
He doesn't know him.
People are gonna hear that name or see that symbol and think of Dad.
I know. It'll be great.
Oliver, Dad did terrible things here.
See, this is the moral lesson now.
But you said he's different now.
It's gonna take a long time and a lot of work for everyone to forgive him. Maybe someday that might happen, but we're not there yet. It's time for a change.
In more ways than one.
What's this?
A fresh
Oh my god, a new one? That seems like if I took our mark and made it evil.
You look amazing.
I don't know.
Reports indicate superpowered individuals are involved.
Oh man, this is perfect.
Breaking out.
New suits.
Okay, you can come along, but...
I wouldn't bring him
I
along.
know. I won't fight. I'll just watch. Let's go already.
Aren't there
Yes.
many superheroes at the
Hey,
penitentiary?
Thank you, Art.
Thank you, Art.
I don't. We should not bring him. I don't think we should bring him.
He has no idea where we're going.
Reminds me of another kid I knew.
Because I'm not calling you anything. Because
You're staying
just
here.
gonna stay here and watch.
He's not gonna stay here and watch.
Those guys need help.
Kid! Oh! I just stopped!
See, this is why you did not bring this child. What if he accidentally kills someone? Like, I'm not afraid he's gonna die. Like, he is pretty much invincible. Like, it's fine. But, like, what if he hurts someone?
Are you okay?
You didn't save one for me?
Are you kidding me? I told you to just watch. You almost got yourself killed.
I'm fine. It barely hurt.
We should be concerned about
Yes.
Do that
this.
again.
But those guys.
I understand, like, he's a kid, and so, like, he wants to be engaged, but, like, still, like,
It's very
it's
scary.
so dangerous.
Honestly.
Sorry.
I don't
But, like, he's not listening to you.
No, he literally...
Thank you.
You should not bring him again.
Why?
We need to slow down the
It's
teaching.
not
But he's just gonna do it by
Yes.
himself, you know what I mean?
Black currant.
Sneak out and try to
dark
do
cherry,
everything.
white
I don't know how you, like...
Me neither. It's very
But still.
complicated,
It's
honestly.
amazing.
But you should
Where do you learn all
not
this?
bring him to the
Nolan
this
and I did a
situation.
lot of wine touring. We've known each other for years. You don't know me. And I don't want to lie to you like Nolan lied to me.
Oh, shit.
Nolan wasn't a travel writer. And he's not dead.
Should we trust him? I don't trust anyone.
So, all that stuff in Chicago, that was Nolan and Mark?
Yes,
And the new kid is from...
another planet. I'm sorry if I didn't tell you sooner.
What do you mean?
I think that's
That's
reasonable.
not
Yeah, I
a first
understand.
date
Just
talk.
maybe I should go. Debbie, I'm just a normal guy with thinning hair, bad back. I can't fly. I can barely jog. You don't want to waste your time with someone like me.
What?
Paul, you're so much more
I
than
think
that.
she needs someone normal.
You're
Yeah.
smart and kind and
This is a normal family. Used to say that all the time when I was a kid. They're part of me, and they always will be. So I'm asking you to finally accept that.
You have powers, so you think you can just deliver ultimatums to your parents?
She's trying to speak to you. Fucking engage.
You can accept your daughter has powers. I can accept that you don't want me to use them in the house. That doesn't mean I'm going to stop using them to help people. I want us to have a relationship because I love you both, and I know that you love me too. But you have to accept me for who I am. Otherwise, I'm not going to see you anymore.
Good job.
I am tired of feeling like a freak and a failure every time I come home, and I don't deserve it.
Samantha.
I am serious. I won't use my powers in the house, and you won't make me feel bad for being who I am.
Oh, honey, of course we accept you.
She's your daughter.
Do you need to remind him?
Alright. It's a deal.
Oh.
Also, is it okay if I move back in for a while?
I just don't know what it's gonna take to get through to you.
You're back.
Awkward.
You remember Paul,
Awkward.
right?
Hi, Mark. Hi, Oliver.
Awkward, so awkward. Could it be more awkward?
These are,
He knows.
We were at a comic book store opening.
Are you guys gonna mate now?
Your mom and I, not sure if she told you, but you boys are on the news.
We are? I'm fine. It was awesome.
That's the concerning
That's
part.
not us. How?
Yeah, we
You
told him.
told him?
Mark.
It's okay. I can keep a secret. I once
Maybe we
sold
should
the
have
house to a
consulted.
famous rock star and never told us all.
That's the same.
Oh yeah? Who?
Exactly.
But social media is referring to him as Invincible.
Invincible.
You're Invincible now?
You look a little rough, though. How are you doing?
It's been a long day.
Where do I start?
It's been a long
Mark
fucking
made
day.
new suits for me and Oliver, so that was kind of cool. But then Oliver followed me into a fight at Penitentiary and almost got himself killed. But then we got home and I find out my mom told her new boyfriend my secret identity without even asking first.
Wow. You have had a day.
I don't think I can do this. I'm just gonna let everyone down again.
My boy.
You're looking at it wrong. We're also here for you to depend on us. You're not alone, Invincible.
She's my favorite person.
Yes, I
alive.
don't.
She's.
I agree.
Oh, is it Cecil?
What the fuck is this?
Who's watching?
What the fuck is this?
Is it Cecil or is it like someone else?
Some enemy.
The safest place to stand is where lightning's already struck, because lightning never strikes the same place twice, you know?
Yeah, that's not how life
That was easier than I thought. That's the U.S. military for you. Always fixing things as cheaply as possible. Oh, look.
I thought she's died.
Me too. I
Well-
like she is about to die.
Yeah, well,
Another stupid different bolt.
I miss them.
Yeah.
Things are the same without them.
Nukes don't go off from impact, idiot. Soak them long enough.
Okay.
Give it up.
Run the jewel.
Outnumbered. And outclassed.
And out of luck.
And now I say something.
Where's the rest? They've downgraded us. What? We deserve the right to murder their whole team. Well, get down here or you're gonna miss all the fun.
Never saved my life like that again. Look out!
Well,
I don't work for Cecil anymore. But
You still help people. Then I guess it's settled. Just be careful.
Do you concur that it's time we control the world? I concur.
they're being very diplomatic.
step away from the computer.
Who the hell are you? That's Invincible. I saw him on TV. He's new.
That's ridiculous.
Why don't they have Invincible?
Invincible. Oh my god, where can I find that?
Where's Mark? We're supposed to go flying.
Since Invincible entered the silo,
Like, grab him, hold him down.
How?
That sounds bad for
Holy crap!
doing
Mark's there.
like.
Hold on. I don't want
He
you to.
might be hurt. Oliver.
Oh my god, grounded for fucking life. How do you control it? You cannot like physically stop
Nothing,
him.
nothing, you can do nothing.
Once we destroy the entire planet's communications network with our EMP missile, you'll have to pay to use our shielded system instead. Oh, we're so much worse than supervillains now.
They're ridiculous.
We're businessmen. Look at that. He's tough for a guy with boy in his name.
We're business.
Yeah, but it's now.
This is perfect.
Fuck.
You guys are in big trouble.
Did school just get out? Just kidding.
He is invincible. So like he's gonna be fine.
Out of here! I can handle this!
So can I.
said get out of here!
Just in case.
I'm going after it. Go home now!
What do you mean? But take him with you. I mean not me here, but like.
You heard Invincible.
Like I said before, you guys are in big trouble.
We don't usually murder children, but there's always a first time. We warned you, you little shit. Even then, I don't know if we can fix it.
This is so scary.
I feel like we can kill them. This is the best option.
That's what happens when you're a bad guy. Too late.
You child.
I didn't mean it. It was an accident. I didn't mean to kill them. I saved you guys.
They're just stunned, Oliver. But I know you were just trying to help. I told you to stay away from my family.
I'm just here to clean up your brother's mess.
Wait.
Looks like you've been trying to handle the family business.
Fuck.
What? I stopped them, didn't I?
Sky, now!
Why are you so mad? We won. I beat the bad guys.
You killed them!
I didn't mean to, but now they won't hurt anyone else.
God.
What the fuck is that?
I get that you didn't mean to murder the Maulers. You were scared for me and you wanted to help. You can't just kill people and pretend it's no big deal.
You killed the guy who broke Mom's arm.
That was an accident.
So was this.
Oliver, it's wrong.
Why? You and Mom say I need to be responsible with my powers. Isn't it responsible to make sure that the bad guys never hurt anyone else?
Life is precious. We don't just take it.
It's not precious. People kill each other all the time. And most people aren't even special like us. They're just normal.
You sound just like that.
You act like you know everything, but do you ever think that maybe Dad was right?
What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? This is a child. What do we do?
Yeah, this is such a problem.
Oh, I am so sorry. I can't believe I'm late to our first date.
It's okay. I saw the news.
How did I get so lucky?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe killing the first Mauler was an accident, but the Immortal told me the second surrendered first.
What are you gonna do?
Legitimately have no... The way that I have no clue.
Minimize what he did. He's just a kid. With powers he doesn't know how to control yet.
He doesn't seem sorry or upset about
That's the worst
That's
part. If this was like an accident, like we can do something with
Yeah.
this, but like the way that he speaks, what he says.
True.
I don't know how to raise a kid like Oliver.
Forgetting about your mom, she did a pretty good job with you.
You told Mark that life isn't precious. That it's okay if some people die. Is that really how you feel?
Kinda.
Do you think my life isn't precious? Would you care if I died?
Of course I'd care. I don't want you to die. I love you.
So just because you don't know these people doesn't make their lives less important. Do you understand?
Molly doesn't have friends or family. I understand. I won't do it again.
You need to really mean it.
I do, Mom.
Okay.
Mark, are you okay?
Whose is it?
What was that?
What a good season.
God. What is this?
Every time. Was this designed as a bomb or it's just like surveillance system? Who's surveilling?
Such a happy family.
God.
If they didn't put Armstrong, I would not know who that is.
I honestly have no idea how they should, what they
Raise
should do.
a child that has psychopathic tendencies? I don't either.
The thing is, again, that child grew 7 years in 2 months, let's say, you know? In those
He is like a 3-month-old.
Yes, so in those 3 months, you have to teach him so many stuff that you would normally have 7 years. That comes with time, you know?
Yeah.
So for
it's
him,
like when you're a child, you know, and you start hitting things. Like all of our parents did the same thing. Like when you start hitting them, they take your hand and they're like, no, nice, mommy, nice. You know, you always do that. Was that not done to you?
What?
You know when kids start hitting.
Okay.
Like when you're younger, there's a point where you start hitting things.
Okay.
And then did no one just take your hand? They're like, nah, to teach children not to hit, but just to. I mean, I don't remember that being done to me. I just
Yeah, no.
Everyone when I see people with kids in my family.
Mom would
Maybe that's just my family.
My dad was like, "You gonna kick your brother? Here you go."
Unpacking family trauma.
Balkan. We're Balkans.
God, we need the Balkan. Okay, so in my family,
they made you
I
cuddle,
don't remember
not cuddle.
this.
What
Yeah,
is cuddle?
but literally every time I see kids and they start hitting or whatever, take their hand and then if you start for example you're the child and you're hitting me, they take your hand and they're like, no, it's not bad.
Never, no, never. But what they did was if I would hit. When they decided not to punish me for hitting things, they would make me kiss the thing.
Okay,
yes,
yeah,
that's
similar.
For example, if I would hit the door, they would "Oh my god, the door is hurting. Kiss the door."
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if that's I'm not sure what you're talking about.
They made an idiot of me. They laughed later. Yeah,
doors.
In the kindergarten, I'm hitting doors again.
Did you really do that? But with people, you just continue hitting them.
I don't think
I
honestly don't think I hit only my brother, but that both of us were punished for that, or they beat us or something, you know,
I mean, actually, technically, no one no, I abused my sister, but no one really disciplined me for that.
Really?
I was jumping on her all the time. I was
Maybe you forgot the disciplining part. What did your father do?
No, literally, no one has ever disciplined me in my life.
But
I was just a nice kid.
Apparently not if you...
Yeah, but it's not. She was not in pain. You know,
Okay,
she was just bored with me.
Okay.
I was 4 years younger.
No, okay,
She was bored with me.
No, okay, but with me and my brother, because there is only 1 year difference, we really beat each other. We broke glasses. Windows and all those things.
I went through a door chasing my sister.
Yeah, but that...
I broke my door.
I understand, but it was
no one
probably an
because
accident.
of that I went through a door. Yeah, I did not plan on going through a door.
Well, I did.
Oh, well, yeah.
I didn't plan on going to do, but
maybe you should have a better understanding of how you should discipline children than I do.
Because I was...
Because you were the trouble child.
Yes, I was. Because when on window, my brother locked me on the terrace.
Yeah.
And I was, let's say, pissed off. And I wanted him to suffer because he locked me on terror. So like this bunch of the glass of the door.
I'm kind of impressed that you were able to break it.
And I broke it, yes. But like that, when you think about it, I was an idiot child. Like I could have been very hurt.
I went through the glass door because like my sister held the glass door and I kept punching like to go through. Not through because I wanted her to open it. I don't know, she pissed me off for whatever reason, and then like somehow then I went through the door. And I still have a scar right here, and I cut myself here.
That's so dangerous.
Yeah, and my grandma who was like taking care of us, like I think I was because like she like lived next door. And so like me and my sister were home alone because like I was maybe like 6th grade of elementary school, maybe 12, 13, and she was like 17, so like we were alone, yeah.
I was staying alone since I was 8, I think, 9.
I think we were alone because a grandma was literally right next door, so like she kept coming in and out, you know what I mean? So,
with me, like both of my parents were.
But I walked to school when I was like 1st grade.
Yeah.
I walked alone.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that's normal.
What was our point here? I don't know how to discipline this kid. I like I said, my discipline, as I was known, ever raised their hands at me, literally nothing. They just raised me to not want to disappoint them. And it worked. And now I have to rework that for everyone else in my life.
I was about to say, now that's why you go to therapy.
Yeah.
And no, but my point is, I think it's hard enough. Let's cut all the jokes, you know what I mean? But my point was that, like, I do believe that, like, it's impossibly hard to raise a child, to teach him, like, good values, what to do, what not to do, how to feel, you know, like, the morality, the empathy, everything, you know, it's very difficult and they don't have time. Like the child is growing so fast.
Yeah, and like he's not hitting, you know, like normal marks of a kid, because like at a certain point, like you learn to be kind, like you learn you learn empathy.
Exactly,
you know? Like,
exactly.
All of those things like come at a certain point of time, but you have time.
Well, with spending time with people, with watching people be
playing
kind
and
nice to each other, with your mom explaining it to you millions of times, like what not to do, who not to hit, like things like that, you know. And here again, I feel like it's been 3 months or something, doesn't matter, it's been such a short amount of time and he immediately got his powers. I think when you're a kid and you have the powers, you just think how you're gonna be the hero, you're gonna save the world, you want this, you want that, like all the children dream about that, but like this one has powers and is so fucking strong and cannot die,
and like he cannot also like he is not at the point in time where you learn about the gray. You know, like I think when you're a kid, you know, you watch movies and you're like, you have a superhero and you have a villain. Things are pretty clear cut. You're like, this is the villain, this is the superhero, and like the villain dies at the end, and like it's all fine.
Hero kills them.
Yeah, as you grow up, things become much more complicated because like people are people, and most people are not like inherently evil, and a lot of crime that happens comes from, you know, things like poverty. That's like, I mean, we had yes, in the beginning, exactly. Like, there's very few criminals that are gonna be actually, you know what I mean, like evil people, and it is not our job to be judge, jury, and executioner. You have to learn that, and like there has to be systems put in place to like preserve that morality, like hold yourself to higher standards. I think it's easy to fall into the trap of like seeing someone who has done something horrible and want them to die. I think it's easy to fall into that trap, and I think it's something that like people like Mark need to constantly work on. You know, someone like Mark that has this much ability, who can kill people like this.
Exactly, like Mark needs to work on that, and
I think that's why like he, you know, I think he stops himself at every single point in time because he knows how dangerous it is, and like if he cannot have this clear-cut vision of like where his morality lies, if you skew things, like if you, let's say, kill, because like sometimes, I'm not saying it's like if people are coming at you and you have to kill someone, you know, some things can be justified, or can be understandable or whatever. But like, I think it's also very dangerous to fall into the trap of excusing what you do, because then every time you move, the goal line moves. Okay, I had to kill this guy because he attacked my family and friends. Okay, I had to like kill this guy because he attacked my friends. Okay, I have to kill this guy because he attacked some people. Okay, I have to kill this guy. You're continuously gonna move this goalpost if you allow yourself to become the judge, jury, and executioner at that very point. You know, and that's why you have to like every day. It has to be like a battle with it.
Yeah, but like that's what I want to tell you. Like Mark, the one who was raised relatively normally, who got his power at age, I think, 17, you know? Like, before that, has not learned how to fight, has not learned anything. No. He was in school, he was just a teenage boy, nothing else. Like, had a normal childhood. And yet now, at 19, just like 2 years, let's say, after he got his power, he constantly has that inner battle inside of him, you know, and he's gonna have it until the rest of his life. And then you have this child, like, you can just like imagine how difficult it is for this child to understand those things, you know, how impossible it is to explain it to him.
I don't even know where you would begin. I think this is
a fascinating story, very interesting story, but like I honestly right now can't even see any kind of, let's say, happy ending for this story. I'm not saying happy ending, but like it's just that like I don't see a possibility of raising this child normally.
I'm not sure how to do, like what you should also do, because like to me the way that he speaks, like he lies well and he knows when to lie and he can be manipulative, you know, and so like that also further complicates things, because it's not someone that just like it doesn't understand, because yes, okay, sure, he doesn't understand, but like also he can manipulate people, you know, like I didn't believe him a single time when he said like, I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna do it again, or not gonna feel bad. He did not feel bad. He doesn't understand it. You know, he doesn't feel it. He doesn't feel remorseful. He doesn't feel it. And so like
he feels like it's the right thing to do, and that's it.
But like he's a child.
Again, he feels like he's special. So like he does have a right in his mind to be judge, jury, and executioner, because he is special. He's the one who has this power, not somebody else. You know. So like he should catch the bad guy, and he should kill the guy. He should not, like, why would he feel bad if like now other people are gonna be happy that the guy is dead? Nobody's gonna die because of the guy. You know.
And like no, he didn't. They did not have friends and family that loved them or whatever. So like those things make it fine or whatever. Like he was finding justifications, and at those moments he sounded completely like Nolan, who came here with that notion as well, like I'm better and I'm special, and like they're
again, which is also a good story, because we understand how Nolan grew up and who he was raised like that. He was taught those things. He was raised for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to go and conquer a planet of the not humans, but like of the species that is less strong, less important, in any way less than them, you know, and he's gonna save them, basically, you know. So like, of course, like nobody would expect Nolan to think any different. So Nolan's story is very interesting because of that, especially now that he did have feelings, raised a son, feels
but like
something
it
for
took
his
him
life.
years to be here amongst people, to like start feeling something. This kid is like 6 months old. You know, so I think things become very complicated, because like what do you do at this point?
That's what I'm telling you.
Like you cannot like lock him up or something like that. You cannot do that. It's gonna make things worse. He's a child. I don't know. Like I think everything is so complicated. Like he said, like it was an accident, but it wasn't an accident.
So Cecil was basically right.
I mean, I understand what you want to say.
Yeah,
but, just, like,
because this, he should have a normal childhood. Yes, sure. In a perfect world, I do agree that he should have a normal childhood, but he is not normal. Like, he's not a normal human. And I'm not saying he's not a normal child. And I'm not saying just because he has powers, even though that's already completely something different than any other child. It's also the fact that, like, he's not human. He does not come from, he's not the same species. He, in 6 months, he's gonna be 5 years older, let's say, you know?
Yeah. What do you mean, in what way was he so right that he should have taken...
in a way that, like, this is an unpredictable situation.
I mean, it is.
You know?
It
that,
is.
like, they don't know anything. This unpredictable situation that...
But the thing is, like, the kid would not have learned morals going to Cecil. Like, the only thing that Cecil would have done is control him better. And how, like, by putting a chip in his head. You know what I mean? That is not also an answer for me. I understand. Like, that's just a different approach that Cecil has. Like, I cannot...
Honestly, I was joking for that.
No, I am not understand. But I think... other people would actually think this, you know what I mean? So, like, that's just what I wanted to touch up on that. So, like, I don't think that was also, like, something that I want to happen, but also, like, what should we do?
Like,
because this child is dangerous. I'm not sure what we should do
in
now.
a perfect world, I feel like what Debbie and Mark are doing is the right thing, perfect thing, the only thing that they know. But again, this is completely different. It's not like raising another human. It's not like raising another super...
Because, like, you cannot, like, you know, you cannot... He can kill people at a blink of an eye. Like, we're dealing with, like, different... And you cannot, like, lock him up in the house. You cannot also do that. The kid is gonna go crazy. Like, there is nothing that you can do except, like, show as much
try
empathy
our best, but, like,
and try to
time,
teach them... compassion,
and that's what they are trying to do, and that's what they will continue trying to do. But we don't know, like, just like in my mind, it's in some ways I don't see how it's gonna work.
I'm not sure. I literally
see a situation how it's gonna work.
I can't see it either. Like,
especially
I really
where
wish
we already are in episode 3. You know, he's not gonna wake up next day and learn all these things. He's not gonna learn anything.
Yeah,
you know. It's a really hard situation that I don't have answers to. Again, I think they are doing the best they could. What is going to be the solution after he kills many people and is not obedient, I don't know the word, but, like, not reasonable, let's say.
Yeah.
Like, you can't reason with him. Because he does not understand you, does not listen to you.
Does not. Like, every time he said, like, no, don't do this, he went and did it. You know what I mean? Like, you cannot really stop him. He flies. He's not fly
because,
off.
like, when the guy said, like,
him?
when the guy, we lost twins. Honestly, that it's kind of sad to me, honestly.
In my mind, I literally refuse to believe. I somehow feel like they're gonna just, like, rise up again. I literally don't know how, but I refuse to believe they're actually going. I'm so used to them always.
Because, like, they were here since episode 1, basically.
Literally.
So in my mind, I'm like, is this really possible? But then I'm thinking about if they wanted to make it more shocking this moment, they would kill somebody. Like, they would have this child kill somebody who has been here since episode 1. Like, I think it's very impactful, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, like, it would make sense. It was a phenomenal scene, honestly. Like, this whole story is a phenomenal story. And when, like, even one of the twins surrendered, basically, the child was like, oh, now it's too late. Like, no, I have to kill you.
Like, that is psychopathic.
Yeah.
That is literally psychopathic. And then, like, he so quickly could say, no, it was an accident. When he killed the second one, like, no, it wasn't. This was a choice now. The first one, maybe we didn't really see. Like, he just went through him. Sure, maybe that was an accident.
Again, that could have been an accident because, again, he does not know how to control
that's
has no idea how strong he is. He's not learned fighting. He has not fought before. How would he know, you know? But the second one, he said, now it's too late. It was not. You were 10 meters from him. Like, it's not too late. You don't have to kill him, you know? You can wait for the police or whoever to come.
Yeah. But, like, why would he? This is clearly a bad guy. He thinks that he does have that. Like, he asked Mark, why did you kill Cecil?
But, like, let me explain you. That is the look that, like, I had when I was a kid. Like superheroes, we're gonna like the heroes are saving the planet. Like, police who?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, makes sense.
Of course. And I mean, that's the whole problem, is that he is so young and, like, has not had moments to develop this. You develop empathy as you go. Like I said, when I was 10, I was like, bank robbers are bad guys. You know, there is no, I could never say such a thing now. Like, having grown up, like having, if you go to steal from banks, or if you steal food, or if you steal like things like this, I go right fucking ahead.
I completely
like go right fucking ahead, because like, I mean, I love the beginning portion of the two guys, I don't know the names, trying to turn their lives around and live and just like find jobs, but then things don't work out and the economy is horrible, and doesn't matter how much you work, there's like no, you cannot afford housing, you cannot afford food, you cannot afford rent, doesn't matter what you do, and so of course they fall back into the life of crime, where they steal a bank, but like they have not harmed people, they steal from a bank, they don't steal directly from like individuals.
Even in the moment, like when he was fighting a superhero, the second that he saw that superhero is a child, he immediately let him go.
Yeah.
You know, he did not like wanted to hurt him.
Yeah, and like that's, again, love the beginning and how like there was no dialogue in it, because like it felt like something that's happening now in the background of the whole of everything that we have, like of what is our problem, what is Mark's problem, what is like everything that's happening that's large
in the show.
But like then in the background it felt like you just have these regular stories and how most of these things happen, how most people fall into crime. Again, that's like 90% of crime. So like there's always been conversations about, for example, the jails in like Sweden and Norway and like those types of countries that are more like social democracies, and how like I've watched documentaries how like some jails basically like they get a house, they have house keys, they cannot go wherever they want, but they have some type of, there's respect, because like people can do bad things and they can be reformed. That's what you hope to do, that's what you hope to achieve.
Yes, and that's what
and so many of them can, but you just throw them in jail and like
treat them horribly.
And they're gonna become, and then you like let them go and expect them to somehow become thriving members in society that's also not going to accept people that have previous convictions and everything. Like the whole system, the way it functions is so fundamentally broken, and that's why you cannot, when you start talking about things like good and evil, like when you start talking about, you know, that in terms of like, I'm going to like Luigi, what the fuck is his name, Luigi, you know, that killed the CEO, like he has committed a crime in terms of like, he has one dead body that he has created. This CEO that like holds the insurance company has so many like debts on his hands, but because like it's from paperwork, it's not bloody, it's more clean, you know, but like no one views that as a crime. Like the superheroes aren't fighting those people, you know, like you're fighting, most of the people that you're fighting, that you're putting in jail is like people that are down on their luck, that have grown up in impoverished environments for like many different reasons, none of it which is like their fault why they are born in such environments. Things cannot be black and white, and that's why you need due process. And like the due process they have is also horrible, that like in most countries have, is also like bad. But again, things are not black and white. And I think that was the whole point of this episode and of this season so far. Like we also had, the whole episode, the previous episode, was that like Mark also having to view kind of things as black and white, because like his own morality depends on it, because like he tries so hard to control himself, and so like he needs a clear path of right and wrong. And like what Cecil to him did with like the Saint Clair and using him in such a way to him is like unacceptable. It's the same type of conversation that we're going to have every episode, and I think it's one of my favorite conversations to have, like in shows in general, about people, because I mean you can see everyone's point of view. Like I think Mark, as a 19-year-old, having to deal with what he is dealing with, is doing the best job as any human possibly could. Like I have seen people being like, oh my god, Mark is such a hypocrite or whatever, because of like the things that he says, and like not believing that people can change or whatever. But like I think how they're doing his character is so perfect. I don't consider him a hypocrite as much as I just consider him like having to have a strict moral code for himself because he is aware of his abilities. So like when Oliver asked him like, was he said something on lines like, Dad is right or whatever, or like, don't you think so, or something. Like he was quiet, because I'm sure, and this would be I think same for many people, is sometimes there's such people and such crimes where you think this person does not deserve the air that he breathes. Like you take someone like St. Clair, you take any criminal that like does anything to kids, like I would tell you he does not deserve the air that he breathes. You know, and like imagine if I had abilities, or any one of us had abilities, and like someone like that is put in front of you. It is the easiest thing in the world to think that you could kill him.
Yeah.
But every time you have to actively not do that. Yeah. Like you have to actively fight that because it's simply not the right thing to do.
It's also not your decision to make.
It's not your decision to make.
Again.
So not the judge, jury, and executioner.
Yeah.
Oh, it seems like an overarching theme of this season. And I love it. I think it's also going to be a big theme like when Nolan's story comes into play. Because like also he is someone that has done awful, horrible things that like should, let's say, not be forgiven by people. I mean, Mark says that Mark did not forgive Nolan for the things that he has done. You know, when they were like together, like he does not think that now his father deserves to like walk the fucking earth.
He even said that because like the kid was like, didn't you say that he is different? Mark was like, yes, like I saw that like he changed in some ways, but like he still did what he did. Like these people here who has suffered by his hands and like who saw what he did have no reason to either forgive him, trust him, want him to walk freely on this earth, like anything, you know. And Mark understands that. So yeah, I am very interested to see like when Nolan is gonna come and like what his story gonna be. Again, I don't know if that's gonna be the story of this season, honestly, just because like we also like he's still there. Yeah. You know, he's still on that side. He's not here.
Yeah, I just like a lot of things are happening simultaneously. Like there's so much storyline somehow.
I think this show is gonna have so many more seasons, you know.
No, I think
so,
definitely.
God knows
definitely.
I mean,
I love how they're developing it because everything seems to like there seems to be a purpose to everything.
Absolutely, they have, but like they have done that since the beginning. They always had side stories and little small things that like are happening, but there is always some big story,
some overarching theme
that like where we are going and what's gonna happen in the future. So.
But like this season seems like even more like how to explain, like concise than like maybe the previous season. Like it seems I have a better grasp of like what we are doing. Things are flowing.
I think in previous seasons we had more enemies, where in this season we are at more talking about some things.
I prefer that because I think last season every episode had like someone that showed up or whatever,
and like that big enemy and storyline that has always been going on in the background, you know. But like in this story, that like there is nothing like that. There is repercussions from the last season, which is Oliver, and like the fact how do we raise him, let's say, or like what do we do with Cecil and like the conflicts that we have, how do we work together and things like that. Yeah, I really loved on the first, like the beginning of the episode. I just think it was perfectly done, honestly. Just because there was no dialogue, there was nothing. You're just watching a story unfold. And on the other side, you have Mark. Like otherwise, Mark would be our main character. You know, like Mark would be somebody that came and we would just see him fight these two guys, and like you would not think twice about it. But like in this episode, we had a short little story about who they are and how they ended up here, and like they're not bad humans. You know. Yeah.
Again, much as most of the people that are like they're in
but like
jail.
In this show, there is like supernatural elements where we are constantly with aliens this and aliens that. It's not like
like sometimes we have like villains that are literally like mwah ha ha ha
exactly.
You know, like sometimes
and I love I love like that we have so many different stories. Yeah, you know.
No, I think this season started off so good.
It's perfectly, honestly.
So good. 3 episodes. Okay, is there 8?
8.
Oh my god. I
Love
thought
that.
like 10.
No, myself.
No, yeah, I think like next season is gonna be like maybe by the end of the season Nolan somehow escapes.
Yeah, I think so.
But the next season we're gonna see because like there's so many things.
Yeah, but like
to
so many
cover.
things also happen in the season somehow. Like I think that's why I love the amount the episodes that like this show has, because like
it comes also yearly.
Yeah. Okay, guys.
That's it.
Thank you so much for watching.
Perfect.
We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.